Hello, good morning everyone. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today because now we have this enhanced risk in New York there, this light risk from parts of northern Virginia and all the way to New Hampshire, and this marginal risk from parts of Virginia all the way up into southern Maine. So let's see. This other marginal risk, parts of Nebraska, northern Missouri and Iowa, and western Illinois, and this other in Mexico and New Mexico. So the tornado threat, nothing for those areas, just in the northeast, 10% tornado threat in New York there, and 5% from northern Pennsylvania to New Hampshire, and this 2% from northern Virginia to southern Maine. So let's see. Wind threat also 15% and 5% there, 5% in those parts of the Midwest, and 5% in New Mexico and Texas. Hail, just 5% there in Iowa, Missouri, and those areas. So let's see. Tornadoes and damaging winds are possible over parts of west and central New York. So let's see if they say something important here. Nothing, just that. You can pause the video to read if you want. So let's see here some models for the storms now. Wait, here. Let's put the last one. So we have the low pressure there near Ohio and Indiana going northeast. So that's the remnants of Barrow there. So there are already a lot of showers and storms affecting parts of southern Ontario, parts of Michigan, and other areas. So let's see. As we go forward, the low pressure keeps moving northeast there, and these storms start forming parts of southern Ontario, New York, and the rain keeps moving there northeast. And then by this afternoon, it's showing lots of strong storms in New York, but showing more in northern New York there. Let's some in Maine as well. But as we move this towards the later afternoon and evening, we get this line in New York, in Pennsylvania there. So let's keep moving this. All that rain and storms continue, parts of New England and Quebec, and then the line keeps and dissipates a little bit by tomorrow. And then behind that low pressure, we also get some more storms there, but mainly showers, but we can get a storm or two. And for the southern areas there, we get some showers in Texas and New Mexico this afternoon, and then maybe some storms forming parts of West Texas and New Mexico there later, but nothing big, just some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms. And in Mexico as well, so some storms stronger in some areas. And the Midwest there, we start getting these storms late this afternoon, and showing some could be stronger there in Iowa, some in northern Missouri, going into Illinois later. Yeah, so be careful. But let's just take another look at the northeast. So let's just move this again. So in New York there, the very strong storms, and any of these cells here could have tornadoes because of the big potential that I just showed you in the SPC. So let's see, and be careful in southern Ontario and Quebec as well. These storms could pose a big threat. So let's see, parts of Vermont to Maine and Pennsylvania there. So let's see some other stuff so I can show you. So this is the significant tornado parameter here, so where conditions are more favorable for the formation of tornadoes. So let's see here. So this is by 15Z. It shows some tornado parameters there in New York and Pennsylvania. And then later in the afternoon, about 18Z, it shows some stronger tornado parameters in north central New York there. And then a little bit later, about 20Z, still some tornado parameters there, but not really a lot, but a considerable threat. You saw that 10%. So by 23Z, still some tornado parameters there possible in parts of the east and New York. And later the night comes and it starts dissipating a little bit. But please be careful there today with the tornadoes. You saw what happened down in Texas, Louisiana, and the other areas there because of the remnants of barrels. So please stay safe there today, especially during those afternoon, evening hours when those parameters will be higher. So let's see if we can get something else here. This is the updraft helicity. So basically, where spinning updrafts could form, like supercells. So let's see. So this is by 19C. It shows some stronger signals in New York and some in other areas. Let's see later by 21Z. Wait, sorry. Here. I don't know what happened. Here, so but by 21Z, the signals are really strong in northern New York there. But this is the HER. Another model could be different. But definitely be careful there. And this indicates more the chance of large hail. But hail won't be a threat there. They just marked for hail in the Midwest. So this is basically severe thunderstorms there and tornadoes possible. So let's see. A little bit later too, by 23Z, still shows some tracks there. And let's go until the end of this run. It shows just some scratches there, barely nothing, and all those tracks there in the east. So be careful, please. And let's see what else we can get here. Some other important things. The map for today. The red is heavy rain and yellow severe thunderstorms. For tomorrow, just some rain, thunderstorm. And day 3, some heavy rain again there. So the thing is the excessive rainfall. So this is for today, a slight risk in New Mexico, that marginal in Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, that marginal risk in the Gulf, and that moderate risk in New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire there. So at least a 40% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance in 25 miles of a given point. So please be careful there with the heavy rain. The slight risk from parts of northern Indiana into Maine, and the marginal. And be aware in Ontario and Quebec too, there will be some very heavy rain. So let's see quantitative precipitation for today. So let's see some areas there, the southeast, but mainly New York there in the northeast, some other areas too. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. Days 1 through 7. So by the end of this run, you can see another hotspot on the east coast there, and then in the northeast because of these systems in Canada, and in the southwest. So let's see something else here. Excessive rain. Wait, so let's see some stuff for Canada now, because they might be getting a lot of stuff too from the storms and rain. Wait, let's see here. But these warnings change all the time, so you can always check here to stay updated. So this here in the west is basically heat warnings and air quality advisories for the wildfires. In Alberta, Saskatchewan, heat warnings and air quality. Another heat warning there. They say we're reaching 32 degrees centigrade. Heat warning in British Columbia, in Alberta. So there is a near 40 with overnight lows in the high teens, so be careful please. A special weather statement there for air quality near Vancouver, so let's see. And in the east here especially, some fog advisories, but these are mainly during the morning, so they don't last much. And let's see, this the special weather statement in Quebec and Ontario, so potential for heavy rain during the remnants of Hurricane Beryl today through Thursday morning. Hazard localized amounts of 25 to 50 millimeters, so be aware there. And all these red areas for rainfall warnings. In Ontario there, they say rainfall embedded with torrential downpours is possible. Further south there in Ontario, let's see, rainfall, torrential, be careful. And in Quebec there, the rainfall warning, rain heavy at times, the remnants of Beryl, heavy downpours, flash flooding, be careful. And the special weather statements, potential for heavy rain for the remnants of Beryl through Thursday morning. So be aware in those areas. And because of all the storms in New York and Pennsylvania, with the tornado potential, we might get some severe thunderstorm watches and warnings later in Ontario and Quebec. So just be aware with some severe storms possible. We have some heat warnings in New Brunswick, and a special weather statement. Let's see some heat warnings in Nova Scotia. Humidity index 35 to 37 and 29 degrees possible. Some special weather statements for potential for significant rainfall tonight through Friday. And there's this watch here, a severe thunderstorm watch in parts of Newfoundland. Conditions for developing severe thunderstorms capable of producing heavy rain. So be aware there. Time spent this afternoon until this evening. So let's see, in northern Quebec they also have, a wind warning there still, so be aware, and nothing else. Let's see, here for the U.S, and this change all the times too. We might get some tornado watches and severe thunderstorm warnings later, a lot because of the enhanced risk. And let's see, some flood watches there already, heat warnings, parts of the east, wind advisory, heat warning, heat advisory in Texas. Some excessive heat warnings all over the west, heat watches, red flag warnings, heat advisories, air quality and stuff. Be careful. Some wind advisories in Hawaii, in Mount Loa, I think. I forgot the name. And some small craft advisories. So let's see here. What else? Maybe some temperatures here. So this is for day 1. Today's high into the triple digits there in the southwest. Some 90s in other areas too. Day 2 here. Still some 100s there, 90s even to Montana, 100. Day 3. Still some 90s, 100s there, 100. Let's see. Day 4. You can see the day on top. Let's see, lots of 90s in many places, like most of the Midwest, the plains, the south, even to the northeast, 100s in the west, so very hot on Saturday. Let's see, day 5 here. Still some 100s in the plains, 90s in the south and east, 100s in the west and some 90s. Day 6, let's see here. Still lots of 100s, 90s, especially there in the plains, the southwest. Let's see day 7. So still some 100s, 90s, not much. Just there, some 100s in the south too. Yeah, be aware. Let's see the 24-hour max wind gusts just for today, ending tomorrow at 9 a.m. So stronger winds there in the east and Ohio Valley, in those areas because of the system. Let's see, some in the mountains in the west, some stronger gusts, and other areas. And those thunderstorms could have really strong winds too. Be careful. So let's see for the next few days here the severe weather. So tomorrow, just general risk of thunderstorms in many areas and marginal risk from Colorado to South Dakota, and another in Arizona. So tornado threat less than 2%, but always be aware. Wind threat in the 2 marginal risks. Hail threat just in the plains for tomorrow. So let's see. For day 3, just general risk of thunderstorms. So nothing there yet. So let's see the discussion for day 2. A couple of instances of severe gusts or hail are possible over central into the northern high plains tomorrow, Thursday. A couple of severe gusts possible in central southern Arizona tomorrow evening. So be aware. Let's see some other stuff here. So day 4 through 8, it says Sunday is severe, June 14th. So let's see what they have. Day 4 nothing. Day 5 here. So for day 5 Sunday, there's areas as 15% of severe weather there. This will be a slight risk. So let's see in parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota there, and northeasternmost Iowa. So be aware for Sunday. Some severe weather coming there. And let's see the fire threat now. Just elevated today in Oregon and Washington, and for tomorrow it's also elevated in Idaho there. So let's see if we can get some stuff for Canada here. So some wind gusts. Wait, let's zoom out. Okay, maybe stronger wind gusts by Thursday in parts of Nunavut there, going into Quebec because of that system. And then let's see today the stronger winds in southern Canada and the northeast, and occasionally stronger in the west, especially Thursday night or something, Thursday morning. So let's see in parts of British Columbia and Alberta there, and then by Saturday, Sunday, that system crosses there, and nothing big on the horizon, just maybe some occasionally gusty winds. Wait, rainfall accumulation next 5 days for Canada in the south, some more rainfall crossing right through Canada there. In the north, especially in those areas, but that's Alaska, I think, so more rain for southern Alaska. Let's see some stuff. I know this is summer, but we can still get some snow in the mountains and in the Arctic. And let's see what else here. So this is it, I think. Stay safe.